everyone, this is Yael from Yael Alchemy, and I'm here to bring you the message of the Divine Masculine, of the Divine Feminine for her beloved for the week of April 2 to the 8th. Okay, let's get on with it. Okay, so as always, I've already shuffled the cards and prayed over them. And at the bottom of the deck, we have here the Ace of Wands. Okay, it's the One of Wands, and you can see here that usually at the bottom of the deck here, when I do these types of readings, this reflects the energies of the Divine Feminine, and then the cards here would be her message. Okay, so here we have the Ace of Wands, but I was guided to use this particular deck because usually Spirit guides me to do that because it depends on what message they want to convey. And here you can see here that in the course of charting her new beginning and wanting to create, especially now that we are in a time wherein we are setting down the foundations for the new earth. Okay, the event has just occurred. I talk about that in my weekly twin flame video. So if you haven't watched that, there are very important messages there for you. So please do check that out. But in any case, Divine Feminine, having difficulty in the transformation. These would be challenges. As you can see here, this hand, it's rising up from this fire and trying to save this single branch. And there's a rat here on the sleeve of her on her sleeve. Okay, there's a rat here, and this indicates treachery, being not, it's like being hoodwinked. Okay, so there may be situations wherein some Divine Feminines, even when it comes to the relationships with their Divine Masculines, there may have been a particularly challenging turn of events wherein it makes it quite difficult to understand why their own personal journeys have taken these unexpected turns, seemingly for the worse. But like this card implies, all you have to do is really, it's going to be difficult, but you have to raise your hand up and grab that branch, that desire to shift, because all of us are undergoing an intense and tremendous shift during these times. And depending on your particular situation with your twin, especially the progress of your ascension, your spiritual evolution, then the universe will present circumstances in order to facilitate that preparedness for living life in the new earth. And that includes a lot of purging. Okay, sometimes we feel that we're already ready, cleansed, and they're showing me a diamond right now, purified. Okay, but we all have blind spots. And these are the things that the universe throws into the pot, which creates all this fire. And the Divine Feminine basically having difficulty raising above that and, negotiating that shift, that massive, it's even a quantum jump to that new earth. But here, there's that desire to do so. That's why she's going through it. Okay, a lot of messages here. It's just the first card. Okay, second here, we have the Six of Wands. And Six of Wands, this is a card of victory. Okay, so she will successfully navigate it, or she is successfully navigating all these challenges right now. And what helps there is knowing why she's doing it. Okay, and then we have here the death card, and this is the transformation that comes with going through the fire, actually, and successfully going through it. Then she will be able to navigate her transformation to the new earth, and the transformation of, look, the five of, wait, here, here, so there will be a change in the temperance card here, meaning all these, you can see it's being transformed, it's being balanced. These are, it's like yin and yang coming into balance, okay, when this transformation occurs. And when that happens, look, all this disappointment, all the heartache, the pain, and here, this that burden of all this, of the heartache, the pain, then we have the Hierophant, which means everything will come together, because all this will be balanced by the Temperance card here. All these challenges, you can see that all these challenges are reflective. See the Ten of Wands there, Three of Swords, and the Five of Swords. They comprise all these flames and the rat that this hand is trying to get past. Okay, and after that, having successfully, wait, hold on, I'm mixing the cards up. Having successfully met that challenge with a Hierophant, okay, then that's when we have the Lover's card. The coming together of you and your twin flame. Okay, but the thing is, we're still going through this, especially for some of you. Okay, and well, basically that's the energies of the Divine Feminine. And okay, for a message for her beloved, I'm going to open all the cards first. First we have the Ace of Coins. Then we have the Empress card. Then we have the Five of Cups. Then we have the Judgment card. And the King of Swords. The World card. And the Eight of Wands. Okay, hold on for a minute. Okay, basically, this card is central to the resurrection, because we are in a resurrection gateway. And happy Easter, everyone. It's like a day past Easter here where I am right now, and I just like to greet everyone happy Easter. Easter also heralds the resurrection gateway, so this is helping all those. This is another how do you say it, it's an added boost basically to the shift that's going on now, to the energies that the event has prompted for this next ascension wave that's currently undergoing, but it really hasn't reached its climax yet. So here we are in the resurrection gateway, and that's the Judgment card. And what the Divine Feminine wants to tell her beloved is, number one, this is she's very desirous of a manifested beginning, okay? Beginning in the physical with her beloved. And look, she has waited a long time for this, because the Empress often indicates that period wherein she comes into fruition, into her own fullness, okay? And with her own fullness, she wants this new beginning in the physical. And so far, this new beginning for her has been rather lackluster, or wrought with disappointment, regret, lost opportunities. But then here we have the Judgment card, which is resurrection, rebirth. So despite her feeling this disappointment at the beginning that hasn't yet come, because it comes before this resurrection card, okay, she's saying that she's still hopeful for this rebirth, and she knows it's going to come as soon as her beloved comes into his own truth, and that is the King of Swords. Okay, comes into his own truth, and that's going to complete all the work that she's done and she's been waiting for as the Empress. Because, you know, and what they're showing me now is that, like, it's like a deposit in a bank, wherein you keep depositing in order so that you have something to withdraw. And what in the case of the Divine Masculine, what's been happening to him is that because he's been so slow, okay, for many various reasons, and a lot of those would have to deal with guilt, shame, obligation, having that mindset, which is basically stuck in 3D, okay, very one-dimensional, wherein that this is the only life that he's living, and he is bound and constrained by his obligations in this world, or even the expectations of society. Okay, he's been kind of stuck with that. But what they're saying is that, so for the longest time, Divine Feminine has been assisting him energetically. So has the collective, trying to raise up the Divine Masculine, and he has. That's why we're already here in the living out the event, that transformational shift, this ascension wave. Okay, and so for the Divine Masculines, they're like a sponge, absorbing everything until, you know, when a sponge is so full already, it just spills out that water. And that's what's going to happen, because that pressure has been building up. And what the Divine Feminine is telling him is that with his rebirth, okay, this rebirth will come when he comes into his own truth, and that will complete it. And then everything will happen fast, just as just like what's been happening to the Divine Feminine, wherein there has been rapid ascension. So these completion, this rising above everything worldly, that's going to happen fast. It's going to kind of click for the Divine Masculine. Okay, so let me see here. What else am I getting? There, basically just a reminder, and this is a loving reminder for the Divine Feminine, that look, his new beginning also is going to take some time. And this is for the Divine Masculine, okay? This is what she's saying. Okay, the new beginning of the Divine Masculine is going to take some time, because he has to gestate. Okay, and although there is she wants so much for him to come into his fullness already, the delay has caused her some disappointment. But this disappointment, this will be sort of trumped by this rebirth that's currently ongoing. And this, the current energies are there to serve and assist the Divine Masculine to really own up to his own, to his being a Divine Masculine, to his being a twin flame of his beloved. And once he comes into his own truth about himself, then that's going to complete that stage for him. And this completion, then this new beginning that's heralded here at the beginning of the spread, that's going to come fast, this manifestation. So this is basically the key, okay? The key for the Divine Masculine to really come into his own truth. So that first stage will be completed. It's like prepping him for living life in the new earth. And the divine feminine is, you know, right now she's not quite there yet because we're all still laying the groundwork for it. Um, and that's why she's being faced by all these challenges. But there's victory there, and the victory is assured. And even the divine feminine, seeing all these, her disappointment, her regret, her challenging burden that she has to carry, all that is going to be transformed. Okay, so that's what I have for you this week. Um, oh, oh yes, I do have the Blooming Blessing still up. A lot of people have availed of it, and I've gotten good reviews from it. So thank you so much for that. But if you are interested to get a light language blessing dispensed by Ascended Master Amaryllis, and she oversees spring, and usually this blessing is would be a great help for those who's if you have aspects in your life that really have not quite moved as fast as you've hoped for, then this would be a good blessing to have. And also I do have well, it's not really a contest, but I am offering 2 free Akashic record readings for you and your twin. It's basically a couple reading. Well, it's just one reading, but it involves your twin, which would delve into a past life together or two, and answer maybe around 3 questions. Okay, and I did announce that in my Twin Flame Divine Masculine weekly message video. So if you are interested in getting a free reading, do drop me a line in my email. That's yalalchemy@gmail.com, or through the website, and so to be considered. And all I need to know for now is why you think you need this reading. Okay, and I'm going to give a chance for everybody to put in their entries, and I'm not going to pick randomly like a name picker or something, but I will pick based on who I am called to give assistance to at this time. Okay, and I am going to do that around Saturday during the weekend next week, so I'll give time for those who want to put their names in the hat, so to speak, to do that. Okay, so that's it, everyone. Take care. Bye.